that was released super recently in FB10. It flips on 5 and allows you to once per turn spend 1 energy to play 2 cost worth of Android cards from your hand. The deck's ultimately trying to do an evolution chain every single turn, finishing your opponent off with a massive double strike hand dump. So here's the list I landed on for Black Cell. The deck is fine. It was performing okay in testing. Does have pretty big consistency issues. We'll get into some of the weaknesses of this deck later, but I do want to talk about its strengths first. With this deck, the game plan is you're trying to do the cell chain every single turn. You ideally want to play the 1-drop cell and 18 with leader effect, swing with 1-drop cell, combo 18, restand, then you can evolve for 1 on top of it, and you can free play the 6-drop draw 2 cell, so you basically get a 6-drop for 2 energy, which is pretty strong. Do keep in mind though, if you do this combo with the 18, you're going to be going -1 in hand size. If you do this combo the long way, spending 4 for the full chain, then you'll go card neutral in hand. So keep that in mind throughout the game. You can either go really fast, turbo, and go minus in hand, or you can go neutral and just play the chain every turn. And we're going to keep doing that chain until we beat our opponent to 2, at which point we will go for the double striker. This card is really ridiculous. It's such a crazy win condition for this deck. It basically doubles every piece of combo you give it by comboing from drop. So this turns 0s into 10Ks and it turns 10Ks into 20Ks in your hand. Incredibly strong card, and definitely the main reason to play this deck. It does cost 3 energy though, so be careful. Pretty expensive. Even with 18, it still costs 1 energy. Other than that, we're running max copies of all the chain pieces because we need to find this chain like 2 to 3 times per game. It's pretty rough. But if we see it every single turn, it's not terrible. Some tech cards we're running the other 1-cost cells just because we need more targets for the chain. They're also just decent in their own rights. The 10k one is pretty mid, but it does solve this deck's big weakness of early game removal. Allows you to bounce evolve targets before your opponent can play stuff on top of it. Playing against like Yellow Gogeta or SS3 or something, if they try and go for the duo on turn 2, you can put that back in the hands so they can't evolve on next turn. We're also playing the draw 2 discard 2 cell. I really hate this draw 2 discard 2 effect, but you still have to play this card. It just helps you cycle zeros when you're going for your hand dump, or it even helps you just put 10Ks in drop to fuel your double striker hand dump. So I think it is a good card when you're going for lethal, and also as a desperation play, you can just play it to cycle some cards. We're also playing 4 cantrips. Keep in mind you do need Earthling only cantrips for this deck. You can't play any cantrip you want. I found they're just really important for unbricking yourself with bad hands. Sometimes you just got to play these on turn 1 or 2 to try and get some card advantage, get some combo on field for later, and hopefully find your chain in time. And then finally, the only out-of-engine card we're really playing in this deck, but a very cool tech card, is Chi-Chi. So the idea behind Chi-Chi in this deck is you play it, take a life, and then with your double striker, you can combo the Chi-Chi, the card you got out of life, and the card that Chi-Chi combos. And if they're all 10Ks, you are getting 60k worth of combo on one card for your hand dump, which is pretty ridiculous. Even if you don't get all 10Ks off Chi-Chi, it's still going to be a lot of combo you're getting. Just a great card for pushing for lethal. So yeah, that is the deck. This is a really fun deck, really hard and sequencing heavy, but very rewarding. I don't know how better this deck is going to be. It does feel very strong when you see all your pieces, but it's just a matter of like, how often are you going to see everything you need to see? But yeah, this deck's cool. Let's go ahead and get into the games. First game here is going to be against Uiku, and this game's really going to showcase this deck just firing on all cylinders, just seeing everything it needs to every single turn. This deck is generally very good into late game grindy decks just because you develop threats so early, and also you're just like very aggro. So Uiku is a great matchup for us. We'll go ahead and develop the 1-drop early. They really can't deal with it, so it's just going to be free value for us. We'll swing 15 at lead. They will take it, and now we can just do the chain. This is going to be a great example of the 2-drop chain in action. Unfortunately, we don't have a 6-drop yet, but I'm hoping we find one off of the 4-drop here. We'll go ahead and play it. Top 5. Pretty likely we find one here, and we do see the 6-drop, which is great. We'll evolve it. Draw 2. And we've gone minus because we played the 18, but it doesn't really matter because we have this big threat in the board. It's going to stick around for at least a turn. They don't have Zeto online yet, so we're feeling pretty good. Down comes Vegeta here. They're going to go ahead and discard a card. Drawing. Still not awakened. Very good for us. They'll go 15 into lead, comboing up to get the awaken. We'll go ahead and take that one. And go 20. We can flip and just combo outs. Not trying to take early swings against Uiku because we're taking 40s later probably. We'll combo out of that. And it's our turn. We'll draw. And we have the chain again here, which is pretty nice. We draw the 18 per turn. We'll play the 1-drop, play the 18, decline life take, combo into the Vegeta. They're going to combo out there. We're kind of fine with that, though. I don't mind if they burn cards playing this Vegeta. We managed to kill the Vegeta. Now we're just going through the chain. We'll go for the cell here. Top searching for a cantrip. 35 at lead. Down comes a duo guy. This double swing guy is pretty good. It is a bit risky because you're burning a lot of cards in hand to play this card. You're not getting the draw 2 you would off the other cell, but it is a lot of pressure, and you can definitely get them into double range pretty effectively. They go to 3, so we can possibly kill next turn. We'll go for the 17, grabbing a super combo, and we'll pass. Our opponent goes here. They're going for the Goku chain, which is pretty good to develop the Goku chain on turn 3 with marker, but we already got 2 6-drops on field, so it's definitely a losing game for our opponent. They'll go 20 into life here, going to 40. We'll take it. We can just take all of this at this point. Their only win con is Khalifa, but they're probably dead in 2 turns, so I really don't care about Khalifa at this point. We'll go ahead and play our cantrip and the 1-drop. And this is pretty ridiculous. They didn't out anything on our board, so we're just going to be able to get a ton of swings here. Don't even need double striker. We can just keep developing 6-drops. We'll go 1 into face, play Kamehameha, out the Goku. Keep in mind you have to combo from field before you can play Kamehameha there, so we couldn't have started the turn with that. We had to do the combo first. We'll go for top search cell here, though. Sorry, recursion cell, grabbing back 18, and now we are good to go for a 6-drop cell. We'll swing 30. They'll take it. Restand, 30 again. They'll take it. And at this point, I mean, it's over. They can't even Khalifa us next turn. So, I mean, this is like insurmountable. Only 1 Zeno they have enough cards for. So, yeah, I mean, it's over. We'll go 35. They'll combo out. And they are just going to scoop here on the crackback. That's a great example of this deck functioning at maximum capacity, seeing chain every turn against a slower deck. I mean, this is what you want to be seeing as Cell. Obviously, it doesn't always go this well, but when you do see your pieces consistently, it feels pretty good. So next up here is Bombku. This is a weird matchup for us. Bombku is definitely very scary. They can get you to 3 super easily. They just got to burn you once, then swing like 50. But we have a lot of early aggro they can't deal with, so it's kind of a push and pull for sure. We can develop this 1-drop cell, and they actually just can't remove it until like they get Dragonball online. So we're feeling pretty good about that. We'll develop it, swing 15 and pass, and then we're going to go ahead and play 18 this turn, swing into lead again. They'll combo out, but we're going to be able to bring the hammer down this turn. We have the chain, and we can swing 15 with the 18, which is pretty cheeky. And now we can go ahead and combo it away. So we got some extra aggro there. We'll swing with a 1-drop. They'll have to take this one, and now we can go ahead and go for the dual swing cell, which is really good in deck stone removal, like Spiritku. Unfortunately, it doesn't draw cards, so we went like I think like -3 there just to play this 6-drop. So it's risky, right? And now we don't have the chain guaranteed next turn, so it's always a bit stressful going for the 6-drop cell that doesn't draw cards. Anyway, our opponent will go ahead and play Hercule here. They hit 1 everyone on Earth. Thankfully, they don't hit 2. We probably would have lost if they hit 2 there. So we are good to go. And they do a really good play here. They go 40 into our cell, telling us have the super or lose it, and we don't have the super, so we gotta let it go. Unfortunate for us, and now we're also unawakened, but we can awaken with the cell here. Things look pretty bad here. We need to find the chain. Luckily, we get pretty lucky, and we rip the 6-drop for turn, so we're feeling pretty good about that. And we can go ahead and go for the chain again here. We'll play the 17. You can also do the chain for 3 if you have to sequence it this way, right? If you have to like play the 1-drop, take a life, and then you can play the 18 plus a cantrip, you can also do the chain for 3. It's just like, obviously, you want to play for 2 if you can. We'll go 25 here. They will combo out, and then we're going to evolve on top with the 4-drop cell, grabbing back a 1-drop for next turn. Still no chain next turn, but hopefully we can find a 4-drop by then. We'll draw 2 supers, unfortunate. I mean, supers are good, but we really want to be seeing chain pieces. We'll go 35, they'll combo out. Things are looking dire here. You can really tell, like, playing the 18 every turn just shreds your hand, right? We had to go minus basically both turns to stay in the game, so we're already super low on cards. They'll go ahead and burn us with the Krillin here. Thanks, Dragonball. Unfortunately, deals with our 6-drop, and they'll go 20. We'll combo out of that, 30. We don't want to go to 3 yet because we'll just die next turn if we do. We'll combo a super there. And we've got to find a 4-drop this turn or we are cooked. And there it is. Right on cue. But you can see how, like, if we hadn't found that there, the game's actually over, right? That's the big problem with this deck. If you don't find the chain, you just lose. Anyway, we'll go ahead and swing into the Krillins. I figured we don't need to swing lead because I want to swing double lead this turn and then hopefully kill a double on the crackback. Double Striker is very good in this matchup because they can't remove it at all. Like, they just don't have the tools to do it. So we can develop it, swing with it, and then just keep it around for next turn. We'll go for the 4-drop here, grabbing back an 18. Double Striker comes down. And I'm really hoping they don't combo out of this, and they don't, thankfully. If they had comboed out, it would have been a tough game. They would have been low in card size, or low in hand size, but we would have had to get a lot of life on the last turn of the game. They could possibly go for lethal here. Instead, they decided to go for more of a defensive play. They play some Upas minus the double striker. They'll try and swing into it here. comboing to 60. But luckily for us, we can use our Double Striker defensively. So we can just combo 2 cards and then combo the rest with Double Striker, and we're good to go. And now we just got a hand dump. We should have this game in the bag. We'll go into board here, killing the Upa. Go ahead and play the Chi-Chi. This is going to be a lot of combo here. Take the life, get it 5k, pretty good. We'll play it, cycle some cards, get some 10k and drop. We'll play the cantrip, draw a card, and now we can go for a massive hand dump here. Chi-Chi to go to 60, combo our entire hand to go to 100, and then we'll combo the rest at like 80k from drop. That is a pretty ridiculous hand dump against Spiritku. So that's a cool example of how the deck can go really aggro if you want to. Do have to be careful though, because that hand size can be an issue when you're burning cards to go for like 18 every turn. Next up is the Beasthan matchup. This is a very good matchup for this deck as well. Probably like the best case for this deck, this meta, just because Beasthan is very good right now, but this deck can kind of steamroll it. It's just like the Beasthan can't deal with early threats, right? And we can develop 6-drop on turn 2, so like what are you going to do? Especially that dual swing cell is very good against Beasthan. We don't find it in time in this game, but if you can develop that on turn 2 against Beasthan, like what do you do, right? That's ridiculous. Also got to watch out for the 1-drop hate though. We could have developed that cell on turn 1 and tried to like cheese out a 6-drop on turn 2, but that cell is probably not living. They have the like trunks that can pop a 1-drop, so it's not really worth going for unless you have multiple cells in hand. We just go for the 4-drop here and pass. They're still at 8, which is bad for us, but we do have a lot of pressure next turn, and they're unawakened, right? And I mean, swinging a 15k lead with Cell feels pretty good. All our figures are like 25, so we'll go 25 with lead here. Of course, we're gonna go ahead and play the duo. I figure we'll develop this duo here and just like swing with it this turn and then combo it next turn. It'll be a free 20k swing on both turns. We'll go 30 here, comboing away our 18. We'll evolve on top of our 4-drop. Draw 2, swing 35. Not an amazing turn, but they are at 5 at least, so we're feeling pretty good now. We'll pop the Gotenks. We'll play the pan here, grabbing a card. Down comes the beam cannon. They're planning on going 30 into this duo to try and kill it. Luckily, we have the super, though. We'll be able to defend it, and then get some value off it next turn. They go 25, bump 30, we'll super. Looking pretty good for us. And now we're still missing a 4-drop next turn, but I'm hoping we can find that. We'll go 20 with the duo. They will combo out. I'll go. I guess we don't need a 4-drop though. We do have the duo on field. Go for 17 here. Grabbing. We need to find the 4-drop, which is nice. We can just go for the chain normally now. We'll play another 1-drop. Trying to find a good 1-drop. Unfortunately, we can't find it. We'll just have to go with the kind of mid 10k cell. We'll go 30 at lead. They will take it, and now it's just time to pressure a bunch. We'll go 30, bump to 40, and they're definitely taking that one. Down to 4 life. I want to get down to at least 3 this turn, so that we can hopefully go for lethal next turn. They're going to be able to go for the 5-drop on the crackback, but we have a lot of combo in hand. We should be fine, especially because they went second. They don't have marker, so not going to be able to do like the full chain against us. We're feeling pretty good about that. We'll go for the cell here, draw 2 cards and pass. They'll charge up. Down comes the Piccolo. Piccolo comes down here, playing the Gohan. 30 at lead, bump to 40. We'll take it. They will sack that Gohan to play out Beasthan. Beasthan effects, grab back the beam cannon, and pop our guy. 50 double, going to 60, and I just take all this, and I get 2 supers off life, which is ridiculous. But we might have been dead without that, but with the we're pretty good. And they've only seen 1 super, right? So they really can't go for it here, and we can just pretty much guarantee lethal with Double Striker next turn. Good to find Double Striker though. Hopefully we can find it here. We'll go with Top Searcher. We haven't seen one yet though, so it's pretty likely we'll see it. I guess we charged one earlier, but we still have 2 in deck. We'll go 60 here with the 6-drop. They will take it, and now we're just going for lethal. We'll go 25 here. They'll take that, and now we can go for a bit of a cheeky like half dump on this 1-drop just to get 10k and drop to fuel our Double Striker. We don't have maximum value off it right now. Only a few 10ks and drop, but now we are good to go. Go 45. They'll combo out. Down comes the 17 here. We can play this for 1. So we're feeling pretty good about that. So we'll go for the cell, grab back a 10k, Double Striker, and now we can dump, grabbing all that 10k back from drop for a pretty ridiculous hand dump. 100k up to 175. And they have the beam cannon, but it's not going to be enough. We will take the game. So yeah, Beasthan is definitely one of our stronger meta matchups. Definitely a good one for this deck. So that was the deck. Let's go ahead and talk strengths and weaknesses. This deck is one of the only decks that can develop a 6-drop on turn 2. It's pretty ridiculous. And the 6-drop set was a very good card. It's very sticky, probably going to live and replaces itself when you play it. So, you know, that chain is very good. This deck also has a lot of top search and recursion with the cantrip and the 4-drop cell and the 4-drop cell that grabs back a card. You have a lot of ways to cycle through your deck and find the pieces you need. This makes it easy to find stuff like the Kamehameha when you need it or the double striker when you're going for lethal. And finally, the deck's win condition is very strong. Obviously, the double striker is ridiculous and easily can hit like 200k on your hand dump. However, this deck does have some pretty glaring weaknesses. First of all, it just goes minus like crazy. There's basically no way to plus yourself in this deck. Even if you play the 6-drop cell dry, you're still only going card neutral. And of course, every 18 you play is just hemorrhaging cards out of your hand. The deck's also pretty horrible defensively. You need all your cards in hand because you need to have like a 4-card combo for your chain every turn. So comboing stuff feels really bad, and you really only have supers as far as defense goes. So every card you combo defensively is lowering the chance you'll have the chain for next turn. And it just feels really bad having to like take really low swings because you have nothing in hand you can combo. And finally, the deck just has consistency issues. You have to find the chain like 3 times per game minimum. It's essentially a 4-card combo you have to find by turn 2, and then every subsequent turn for the rest of the game until you win. It's very tough. Yes, Red Cell had a similar thing with the 4-card combo, but at least Red Cell did their combo on turn 4. You had 4 turns to like collect all the cards you need before you started going. This deck can start moving immediately, and if you don't find your combo, there's no backup plan. If you don't have the chain, you're passing and probably losing. There have been games with this deck where I just play the chain on turn 2, and then on turn 3 I have nothing. I have to scoop because like if you don't have the chain, you just lose. This deck does have some issues in that regard. It really just needs like a backup plan it can do if the chain doesn't work out. I think that would really help the deck a lot. But it does seem strong, has some decent matchups, especially into the meta decks. I feel like you can beat Beasthan and BR pretty consistently, so definitely a deck that's worth considering. I don't think it's going to be a tier 1 threat though. Yeah, that was the video. Thank you all for watching. I really like this deck. I want to play it competitively so bad. Hopefully, the community can find something that makes this deck relevant. I'm not 100% sold on it right now, but who knows? We will see when tournaments start rolling in this format. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.